Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to B&K Outdoors. I'm Tyler. So I was asked to do like a milking tour, barn tour video. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you our system for milking cows, and I'll show you our barns. So let's go. Let's get started. All right. So we have a 8/8 parallel parlor. That's our holding area. Each side takes 8. These red bands, it means it's a fresh cow. She just had her calf this morning. This side's getting ready. It takes 2 people to do the milking. One is outside running the skid loader. So he's just cleaning off the udder. Does a little bit of stripping just to see if there's any mastitis. And he wipes her clean. There is iodine for a post dip. Then they'll get that same thing when they get done milking. This is a pre-dip. They'll get a post dip. It's the same stuff. It just comes out of here. This helps clean off all the bacteria. There's usually about 60 to 70 cows per group. And when I say this is our like fresh group, it's all the cows and heifers that have had their calves recently. So as you'll see, this is another one that will get milk on the bucket because it goes straight for the calves. So he's just hooking up the milker for the fresh cow. It goes into a certain bucket. So it's all for the calves. So we keep that separated because it's got medication in it. We've got some really great workers. They never complain. They come and do a great job. Keep the cows clean. Alright, while they got both sides going, this is our bulk tank. I believe it can hold like 54,000 pounds of milk. Yeah, it just comes through this little vacuum, and then once that kicks on, we'll be able to hear it come all the way and go in. We milk 3 times a day. Starts at 4 a.m. to 10 a.m. and then noon to 6 and then 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. We have 4 milkers total, AM shift and a PM shift, and then they alternate the afternoon. So right there you can hear the vacuum, so it's pumping up and over. And it comes, when they milk out, it'll come down through that pipe. So now that this side's getting done, you can see the post dip. Like I said, it's the same stuff as the pre-dip. The only time it's different is when it's winter. It'll be like a winterized post dip, that way the teeth don't freeze. And when they're all done, that goes up, and they all walk out. We actually just upgraded this parlor system. Basically everything was brand new in this parlor this past fall. Alright, this is our maternity pens. We can fit 3 cows, 1, 2, 3. Then sometimes we need more room to go up here. Yes, it's a little bit dirty. They get scraped out daily. just hasn't happened yet. So here's another angle of our holding area. Then when they're done, they got this alley, and then obviously you can see that side they're coming out. Right now we've got the foot bath rolling. My brother's in charge of that. It gets right up above their ankles. Does a great job, we've noticed. And we used to have it where it didn't have the two sides on, but we see that the tunnel version is what this is called. It does a much better job, so that way their feet can't slip out the sides and they can't avoid it at any cost. It works out great for heel warts and abscesses. Alright, so this is our first barn. Since we're just started milking, this is the first pen, fresh pen, like I mentioned earlier. That's the cow that just had her baby. Hopefully she gets a quick snack and lays down for a good nap this afternoon. This is our second pen. And then in the next barn on the other side of this tunnel, which we'll go to, well, I'm not going to go through the tunnel because it's a bunch of manure piled up. I'll walk around, but we have 4 more groups. Apparently she's friendly. But yeah, we have 4 more groups on the other side. These cows are ready to get milked. These 2 pens are our dry cows. This will be the closer up pen, as we call it. So whenever we move heifers over, they come straight into here because they'll be calving in the next month or so. And then this is just the far off pen, so obviously they're going to be calving a little bit later than the other one. Usually that's how it works. Sometimes there's been calves that get pulled out of here. Alright, now we're in the bigger barn. So that's pen 3 right here. Pen 4 will be on the other side of this gate. 5 and 6 is up here. So yeah, that's basically all the milking cows. We milk every single cow except for those dry cows, as they are giving their bodies a rest. That way they can get ready to give birth and get back in the system again. Like I said, we milk 3 times a day. It's about 6-hour shifts, 5.5, 6-hour shifts usually. We milk about 340, 350. And recently we joined the A2A2 milk, which my best way to describe that for those that don't know what that is it's more digestible milk. Like I think someone that is lactose intolerant can actually handle A2A2 milk. There might be someone better out there that can describe it. I think that's my best way to be able to do it. I don't know for sure what the difference is, other than it's just more digestible for people. So we actually had to sell about 75, 85 cows, maybe a little more than that. So we'd actually be closer to milking like 450, 500 if we didn't have to sell anything. Or no, that math don't add up, but you get the point. We would have been milking a lot more if we didn't have to sell, because for A2A2 they wouldn't take any cows obviously that weren't A2A2, which, you know, understandable. We signed that agreement. We don't have an extra bulk tank to put in the regular cows. But yeah, that's enough about that. I don't know a whole lot about that. We do have some jerseys. This pen 4 is kind of where we keep the jerseys. They are kind of masters at escaping, so they can't really escape in this pen. Recently we put new curtains on this barn, so that's been a major help with keeping them warm. And then that back row along the wall got a whole, or all new stalls. We still have more to do, as you guys can probably see. They just beat on them, they wear out, so we're working on getting them fixed. It's just pricey, but we'll get there eventually. Yeah, that's really all I got for milking cows and the milking setup. If you want to see more stuff, I do have a video called Farm Tour 2.0. That will give the entire tour of the farm. If I can figure it out, I'll try to link it in the description down below. I tried that with the last video, I don't think it worked. But I'll try it again, that way you guys, if you want to see the full farm, that it gives you everything on the farm. Other than that, I think that's all I've got for this video. So we did hit 500 subscribers, so me and Justin, we both appreciate that big time. Appreciate every single one of you that takes the time to watch our videos. And yeah, let's just keep the channel growing. So if you want to see more farming content, make sure to hit that like button, leave a comment, and hit subscribe while you're doing it. So you guys have a good one. We'll catch you on the next one.